Hello and welcome to iWebUnlimited.com. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to add Flash files to iWeb. Flash adds all sorts of fun usability to the iWeb world, and so this is a way that we're going to be able to get Flash into iWeb. So the first thing that you have to do to be able to get Flash into iWeb is you got to have a Flash file. Flash is a great program to animate, and if you're unfamiliar with how to work with Flash and how to create different Flash files, there's all sorts of podcasts and books that are out there available to you. So I definitely say look into that on how to work with Flash. But when you're finished creating your Flash animation, buttons, or whatever type of Flash document you're looking to create, you're going to get something that looks like this. It's an SWF file. Okay, and the SWF file is what we're going to actually be loading into iWeb. So to get that into iWeb, we first need to load it onto some sort of server. .Mac is the most common one for iWeb users, and that's what we're going to be using in this tutorial, but just keep in mind that you could equally be using your own server no matter who you're using. Many people use GoDaddy and all sorts of different server people out there to be able to put that on your own hosting company. So in this tutorial, first of all, we're going to open up a Finder window, and you're going to go to your iDisk. Alright, inside of your iDisk folder, you're going to find a web folder and then sites. Inside here, I'd recommend making a Flash folder, a place to put all your Flash documents. So let's go ahead and add a new folder. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and name this Flash. Perfect. Now here is my Flash file. It's called flashin.iweb.swf. So I'm just going to go ahead and drag that right over the top of that Flash folder, and it's going to then going to upload that up to the server, and it's a success. So I've got flashin.iweb.swf on there, and keep note of the name of that file because you'll need to know that to enter that in later. Okay, so great. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to our website, iWebUnlimited.com, and inside of the site I have listed the code that you'll want to put in here. So I'm going to highlight that code, and we're going to go ahead and copy it, Command C, or you can also get that from the edit menu right there, copy, Command C. Alright, so once we have that, we can now jump over to iWeb. Okay, so here we are in iWeb, and we're going to come down to these web widgets. And the web widgets has the option here that's called an HTML snippet. So we're going to hit HTML snippet and paste in our code. Alright, there is our code. Now there's just a few adjustments that we're going to want to make inside here. There's two sections. Right here it says http web.mac.com/ and right here you're going to enter in your .mac name. Okay, whatever that may be. When you purchase .mac, when you set it up, you receive a username. So you're going to type that in right here. It's also the same name that is used with your email address, so your name at mac.com or whatever name you had chosen. So just put in just the username here. Alright, so let's put that in. And then right there it says Flash, and that's what we want because that's the folder that we created inside of our iDisk. And then right here is where we're going to want to put the exact SWF name. In my case, if you remembered, it was Flash in iWeb. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to need to type this in one more time. Rather than typing it all in, it might be a little faster for you to highlight that whole URL of where that Flash file is, copy it again, Command C, and then come down to this one down here, highlight that, and paste. Okay, so we've got it in there twice now. The other options that we could change is the width and the height. You see it says right there, width 650 by 450. That happens to be the size of my document, but you may want to change that depending on what size your Flash file was. So now that I've got that, all I have to do is hit apply. Okay, great. And now I have a Flash file in iWeb. We can actually see it animating and working exactly as we have planned. And the nice thing about having this now inside of iWeb here is I can kind of use that to move around and help myself design, because it's its own little element or object inside of here. So that is how to successfully get Flash files into iWeb. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Definitely check out iWebUnlimited.com for definitely more tutorials, and there's plenty more to come. Thanks so much.